Brian, can we cover the South Stand first? Last game in front of it. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, the best way of describing it would be it's like missing or we're retiring a very important player. Been such a significant part of Headingley Stadium for forever, hasn't it? So, you know, if you go around the grounds, and I think when Hull moved out of their ground and Wigan moved out of their ground and then Saints moved out of their ground, you'd always remember a part of that or a certain stand or the cop end of it or whatever you call it. But we're not moving out of our ground, but we're going to lose what was the South Stand and have another South Stand put back in place. So yeah, it's a big thing, and as I say, it will be like retiring a very old but very influential player.
How do you assess Saints at the moment?
In form, going good. They've been through their turbulent time and seem to be coming out of it. I think they'll recognise they've got still some improvement as well. I don't think they'll be the finished. Think they're the finished package, but the team that we faced here a few weeks ago, they've improved since then.
How confident are you that you'll get the response that you want after last week?
Yeah, very much so. I'm confident we'll get a response, a reaction. That was a poor loss last week on a few different levels, and you know, I've got to say as well, I thought at least 4 of the tries were just head-scratching moments where you think, how the hell did that happen? You know, what on earth was that? Why did we do that? So it wasn't that we got broken down or we through a lack of fatigue or a lack of effort that we conceded a try. It was just some really clunky, clumsy moments where we conceded tries. But that said, we were off. We was off on an energy level. So yeah, there will be a reaction from us for sure.
Talking about the South Stand, obviously you've had some real ding-dong battles with St Helens over the last decade or so. I mean, it's almost a fitting game for it to end, isn't it? They're normally good games, tight games between the two.
Yeah, they are. We were doing a stat on play the balls involved in games a couple of years ago, and you know, the more intense games where the ball's in play for a lot, obviously the ball gets played more, and you know, sometimes our games sit around 260 and 270 play the balls in each game, and you know, when you start getting to 280s and 290s, you know, it's been a big game. You know, there's a lot of effort being put in, and quite often they're enthralling games. And we've had some 300 plus games against Saints in the last couple of seasons, and the one recently at home was a high number of play the balls as well. So for some reason, the normally intense games where I don't think one team ever crushes the other team, nobody comes out an absolute winner, but the game's in the balance for a long while. So with us saying to out of the South Stand, it's good that it's a team like Saints that we're doing that in front of.
Ryan, you've brought Jack Walker back into the squad. Does that mean that Ash will miss out, and what's the thinking behind bringing him back?
Jack's played a few games this year and been good. So it's not such a big move really. You've got to reach a level of performance, and if you don't, you miss out. And it's tough at the time. It's tough, and it will be tough for Ash. But it's part of his progression. You know, it's not nice at times, but those not nice moments are how you learn.
How did he take that news this week?
He's not happy. He's not happy, and he is disappointed. But he's a good bloke. He's a good egg, and he understands, and he gets it as well. He understands whether he disagrees or not. You know, you'd have to ask him. I don't think he does disagree. But my decision is to make sure that when we say you've got to be here, there, and everywhere on the field, he's got to do that. And if people don't, they've got to be held accountable. And at times it means making them pay the ultimate price. Now Ash Golding's still very young in his career, still learning. Gets judged, as I've said on record a couple of times this year, he's been judged this year almost like a seasoned pro, which has been unfair. But at some stage, I can't keep Jack Walker alive as a player. I can't keep him with us unless he looks at a performance and thinks, right, well, I'm due to play. And if I was to turn around and say, no, you're not playing this week, Jack, because I'm going to trust the other fella.